Hey guys, welcome back. So this came out of nowhere. I found more channels playing this game that seem to continue the story. So if you haven't seen the first video I did on this, click up here. Also, thank you guys so much for like 600 views on that last video. And if you're new here, please subscribe because I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you. So no time for an intro. Let's go. So this first video is on a channel called 90s Gaming Fred. And in this, the crow has a bandage on his arm. And another cipher thing comes up. At this point, I already know how to do this myself. And I worked out that it says, I dreamed of you playing this game. Which I don't want to jump to any immediate decisions. But I'm pretty sure this is Manfred talking to his daughter, who I'm pretty sure is in the game. And I also think Manfred is alive, like still in this year. So then the crow goes into a level which is in the creepy forest thing, and there's this mirror. So things glitch, and the bandage disappears. He walks around a bit, and there's another crow who says, how cool is this? I'm actually so excited now. So I think this is someone other than Manfred or his daughter. Someone talking about both of them. It looks like very neat handwriting compared to the other writing we see in the text boxes. So for the time being, I'm going to say that this is Manfred's wife. I would really like to find out who she is talking about, though. So in the next video on this channel, the crow goes around the back of the work building and like flipping drop kicks this vent. So he goes inside and falls in some water, and he respawns back up top, dies a few more times before finding a path along the water. May I just add that this crow has the cast again. Now every time he jumps, he sees this path. This time when he jumps, he sees a teddy bear, and a glitched text box appears. So I tried messing with the contrast and brightness of this glitched text box, but I am incredibly stupid. But thankfully, the YouTube comment section was not, and they managed to decipher that it said, I am sorry I could not be with you in the end. So next video is on 3D Platformers NZ, and has the crow fall through a desert level, a snow mountain level, and a test level, into a tunnel where there are all these things in the walls and all these items to pick up. Each item makes a different noise, and these noises are the same noises made in a different video with the computer. So I couldn't manage to work out like noise to letter on keyboard thing, but there was another thing in the video. Maybe someone else could have a go at this, or maybe I'll do it in the future. But as he walks across the keyboard, certain letters will light up, and putting them together to make a sentence in crow speak, which is the language we've been translating from, it translates to "Forgive me, both of you." So then there's like this weird spinning crow head in the computer monitor, and it's just weird. So back to 3D Platformers NZ, there is another video with some Morse code, which is also in crowspeak, translating to "one I made myself." So this is all very nice, but I don't know what it means. So on this other channel called Ulrich Ademan, there are the documents for the game, and I think I might need a little longer with those. But next there is another channel called Ultra64 Forever, where they uploaded a soundtrack for a game called Sequest, which was actually Manfred Lorenz's previous game. So now, thanks to Jonathan Rose Lyon on YouTube, I now know that there was a coded message in the audio that read, "Thea, Nils, Manfred, thanks for playing." Now I know who Manfred is, but not any of the others just yet. So there are also a couple of other videos on this channel where the crow falls about a bit. I'm not too sure about them. Yeah, but there were some pretty good comments. When you eat all the Flintstone gummies. So there is this long code in the channel description that translates to some 16 by 16 image in base 64. But we'll come back to that in another video, I think. So the next channel is N64 Long Lost Lore, and it has a crow growing into the same level as Butcher, which now has happy music and the chess pieces are dancing. He then finds a gap in the fence around the map and sidles along the wall to drop down onto another platform, which is a path to a little doorway made out of the building blocks, which spells Crow 64. Through the doorway is a dark room. Then he brings up his menu, which is in crow speak now. It just says what it usually would say. So he presses save and quit, and the video ends. So the next video on this channel has the crow try to get to where the house was in Adam's video, but failing. There's now a little hill there. So then he goes onto his menu and clicks help. It brings up an animation with an N64 cartridge saying expansion pack found and controller test. He then proceeds to test his controller, and the controller movement spells I was too afraid in crowspeak. So that was the end of the video. Right, so I think or hope that I've covered all or most of these channels now, but I think we should start going into the descriptions. First of all, a lot of them have email addresses, which we'll check in another video, but one in particular has an interesting code, which if you go to the channel Ulrich Aderman, he then has a Twitter account which has uploaded where he's uploaded the entire dev kit. The code was the password for it. So the names for the audio files in there. So with the names for the audio files in there, we now know that the dialogue from the very beginning of Butcher's gameplay was the mother, Mantra's wife, I'm guessing. So I just found one more channel with possibly the most interesting videos on it. So on this channel there were two videos. I'll start with the less interesting one first. So this is back in the level we saw Butcher take on in his video, except again it has happy music and dancing chess pieces. So he takes a different path to Adam and goes up a spiraling block tower. When he gets to the top, he sees something in the distance. Now something I want to say about this channel is that the videos don't stop when you would expect them to. So the crow walks onto literally nothing over to the thing in the distance and sees that it's a boat, and then falls. So he keeps falling until a transition thing comes up. He then falls back into the main world. He turns to go to where the house is, but it's obviously not there. The video ends. So the next video on this channel starts with the elevator doors opening. So the crow is upstairs. He walks about a bit and finds a level computer, which takes him to the forest, which I'm guessing must actually be a level then. So this one is quite interesting because next, when he sees the mirror that has previously been in a video or two, something starts to come out, and it does, and we're gone, or the crow with the bandage is gone. This crow doesn't seem to have a bandage, and he manages to get out of the computer and back into the work building. So he ignores the ringing phone on the bottom floor, and then flies onto the roof of the work building, where he finds a key. So then this says enter name. I got really excited here because I thought it might enter one of the names we heard earlier, but it doesn't. And instead it brings up this grid, which I feel like it will be useful, but I just don't know how yet. So then again, this video is still going. The crow seems to be trying to access some sort of sky level, or maybe just trying to find a way out, but he just keeps looking up at the sun. So he then walks into this weird unfinished part, which is outside of the map, and the video ends. So I've taken a better look at this bandage thing, and in total there are 13 videos that I know of so far. 7 of them have the bandage for the whole video, 3 of them have the bandage until something happens, 2 of them have the mirror glitch, 2 of which have the mirror glitch, and then the last one, Adam's own video, has the glitch where it takes him back to the main world. And then there are 3 that have no bandage at all. And all of these are quite similar. There's no movement, they're all very short, and 2 of them are in the forest. So I think that the crow with the bandage might be Manfred's daughter, as she was ill or maybe injured, and died. She drew the original picture of the crow with the bandage. And then I would have said that the crow without the bandage is Manfred. But thinking about it, which crow without a bandage? I'm convinced that the crows we see without bandages are all different crows. It would make sense. Why would Manfred come out of the mirror twice and then glitch into the main world as well? Why would he need to do that 3 times? He wouldn't. We were given 4 names from the Ocean Quest soundtrack, and there seemed to be 4 crows. I suppose that would mean that in one video we would see from the mother's perspective. I might do another video dedicated to figuring out who is who, but I also wanted to say something about the house. We've only seen anyone able to go there in Butcher's video, although it's not the only time we've seen someone try to get there. I think that Manfred's daughter is trying to get home, but can't. And this also makes me think that the crow at the end of Butcher's video, without a cast, is Manfred. Because he obviously has control of the game as he made it. So he could get home. Also, before I finish, I want to say that the text used for the crow, who I thought was the mother, is the same text used in the opening scene in Butcher's gameplay, which in the files of the game was labelled as mother. I'm an absolute genius. I did it. So thank you anyway for watching. Again, please subscribe. I hope this helped a bit if you were confused about anything, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.